One thing I'll tell you, into speaker. So of course I love to share my screen. So one thing I want to share with you guys today, the topics that are hot on YouTube right now for those who do YouTube post. IKEA cabinet, super fast. So they must, I know a lot of people use IKEA cabinets for closet systems, and I know kitchens are a new thing as well, but the closet systems on most of the social media platforms, especially the fashion influencers, a lot of them use the IKEA cabinets. So something must be happening where they are super popular today. So you see that's a very high home. Spacious RV converted into a gorgeous tiny home. How crazy is that? We were just talking about, I know a couple calls, we had a conversation about ADUs, accessible dwellings, and affordable dwelling units in my state and around the country. How can this happen? Tiny homes are the thing. So that title makes a ton of sense. And why is it so popular today? That's super important that we understand that everything moves very quickly. Things change every day. So we got to be on top of what's happening in the industry right now. Cornhole, I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with cornhole. Like, I love to play the game. If you see me at a Chuck E. Cheese and I'm over there playing skee ball, this is why. I love the whole, I don't know what it is, cornhole, skee ball. I'm here for all of it. Fire pits, natural stone staircases. These are topics that you can incorporate into your videos, because I'm a big fan of, when I go to look at my luxury homes or look at model homes in general, usually the deck and the backyard is done. So this is another way I can incorporate a video about natural stone or fire pit being in the backyard, saying, hey, isn't this a great place? You know, you can just do a video about a fire pit. I have 3-second videos that do very well on YouTube. And as you can see, every single time they give you a title, hashtag shorts. Be very intentional with our posting. So what hashtag shorts will do is put you right in line with the popular videos that are happening, because they're all doing the same thing. So it's not rocket science. It's not anything that we have to go back and reinvent the wheel. They leave us tons of information so we can go and get it very easily. And I'm a fan. I'm a big proponent of drive the car. Tell me which way to turn. I'm going to follow your directions. I am not here to argue with anybody. That's how I feel about it. It's enough going on in the world where we don't have to, every time I turn around, recreate the wheel. No, ma'am. I don't
Lisa,
have.
Lisa, you gave me a good idea. You were
What?
saying that cornhole is very popular.
Oh yeah.
There's a factory right down, or well, not right down, but there's a factory here, and it's Slick Willie's Cornhole Company. It's like, I never even thought of going over there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, everybody. So my husband drag races. Just a quick story. My husband drag races. As you can see, he likes to come in my Canva account and create things for himself. So what happened is he was playing cornhole on the weekend and had never seen it before. He's raised in the city. It wasn't a thing. I don't think it was a thing. And I brought the board for 4th of July. We had a big gathering. We said, let's do some outdoor activities for the kids, the adults. We're just going to have some fun. And I brought the cornhole. He said, you know about this? Wait, what? I mean, he lost his mind. He wanted to drag it with him. And I'm like, just take it to the track with you every weekend, hun, so you could play in between. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait to tell the guys we got cornhole. We're good now. We got cornhole. I'm like, oh my God, this is craziness. But it's a big thing. And the other thing that is a huge thing, and of course the name just went straight out of my brain. It's not a tennis game. It's the other version of tennis that everybody's going crazy over.
Is it pickleball?
Thank you. Thank you.
Pickleball.
Crazy. Everybody's into it. They're creating teams. I know Kevin Durant has his own team, and it's like where to play pickleball. That would be a great video for your area. Where to play pickleball, how to play, who plays pickleball here in my area. It's hot. It is really hot. It's absolutely cuckoo.
My
So,
son made a video about that, Lisa, and he was saying that he goes, I can't wait till developers start creating a development with pickleball court because it's going to get the property sold.
55 plus communities have pickleball courts. All
Save
the
some
new
space.
constructions here are creating pickleball courts. It's
now we know.
already a thing. Let them know. 55 plus here, they're all over top of it.
Wow.
Because they love tennis, shuffleboard and things like that. But pickleball is one of and it's such an easy court to create. So it's not a lot of that has to go into the construction of it. So people are loving it. And another thing that I am finding at another 55 plus communities, besides having pools, fire pits, sitting areas for them to lounge and relax and enjoy, sit down and talk in the evening, walking trails, all those things can be incorporated in your videos. And as you can see, the title will make the difference. Titles make such a huge difference when it comes to putting our content out. So the thing I wanted to talk about today was we'll have something in our brain and we'll say, oh my God, I want to talk about this. How do I get started? Well, amen. The gods have answered us, the real estate gods, the writing temple gods have answered us. And I don't profess that you should use every single word that's put in front of you, but it is a good key starter to get you going when it comes to a topic. So I know everyone uses the Chat GPT website to get going. It's free. You don't have to, but I have heard from people that it's super hard sometimes to get on it. So Canva has an answer and I am here for it. I don't know if there's a big difference. I don't know if one is better than the other, but I'm here for the one that opens the door every time I knock.
I like Canva.
Let's go. Canva is my friend. Let's go. So if you go into the document section of Canva and you put you hit this plus sign, add magic. It's called Magic Write. And right in Magic Write, you can tell Canva what you want to talk about. So would anyone like me to go with a topic and see how far we can get with this?
55 plus housing with outdoor activities. Better be some horses come up.
So are we going to make this a blog post? Should this be an Instagram post? Should this be TikTok? Is this a script we're writing for a video? What do we want to, what we want to be a little bit more, give it a little bit more meat to go through?
Blog.
Let's say a 1,500 blog post, because 1,500 is usually the cap on Google My Business. 1,500 word.
Do you need to say where? 55 plus housing with outdoor activities? It's like you're asking where.
You can be specific. You can definitely be specific. So we're saying 55 plus housing with outdoor activities, or what type of outdoor activities?
Yeah.
And we'll make it a blog post if I can talk. And we let the magic happen. So,
Wow.
yeah. But of course, I tell people all the time, there is some thought that you don't want to replicate every single word that is put out here. We can definitely tweak it. We can massage it to make it fit what we need to talk about, incorporating that. Definitely, if you're going to use this on a Google post in any form or fashion, if you're going to speak to it in a video, I would definitely go in and say, in this area, in my neighborhood, in this neighborhood, in this state, city, all the things, because of course, Google is going to relay the keywords that you're using to bring people to you. It was explained to me years and years ago by a gentleman named Keith Yasad that Google is just a bunch of spiders, and every spider has a word attached to it. So you want to think of your keywords as a spider. And as soon as that keyword is typed by any individual, wherever they're Googling, the spiders come to your page because you use that same exact keyword. So how many spiders do you want to come to your page? How full of spiders do you want your page to be? Because for the keywords that you pick and choose, and as we go back to the Canva page, I'm sorry, not the Canva page, the vidIQ page, you'll see it will suggest to you the things that you should say, the things you should warrant when it comes to getting very specific about your neighborhood, your area that you're farming, the area you want people to know you for. Because I go through here and everyone loves to say where I live is it's called Accokeek, Maryland. It's in a very Indian territory. And people are like, where do you live? What is that? What is that word? So now my word is very, very specific. So if you come here and you say you look for Accokeek, you knew about Accokeek before. You didn't just learn about it by happenstance. You knew where you were coming when you came here. So it's a very specific keyword. And of course, I tell people all the time, anyone can say hashtag Maryland Realtor, hashtag Chicago Realtor, hashtag Ohio Realtor. That's very, how many people in your state have a license? Don't get into that big pool. Let's make the pool a little bit smaller. Let's bring more spiders to our area that are very specific about our particular area and where we want people to know we sell and put homes out. So with this, I'm like I said, I will tweak this. I will definitely tweak this. I will take the great ideas that have been presented and massage them into something that I would have said. But I do like that it gives me a running head start where I'm not struggling to say, oh, what can I talk about? What can I say? Because of course, we've got 8 million other things to do today in our real estate life. We have a million other things to do today. And this gives us a great head start so we can really create content and keep moving. But walking groups, gardening, yoga and fitness classes, outdoor games, bocce ball, horseshoes. I'm looking to see if they put it. They did not put it. They didn't put the new one. And why the name won't stay?
Pickleball? You mean
Pickleball. I
that?
don't know why. I don't know why it won't stay with me. I don't know what's with the pickleball.
Think of a great big green pickle and it has a ball in its hand. That's how I remember stuff. Make it ridiculous.
I don't know why. But I've seen it, and I like I said, there's a girl in Vegas. I think everybody knows Wendy Goss. Wendy Goss did a whole series on where to play pickleball and picked up a buyer based on the fact that she talked about pickleball so much. She was telling everybody where to go to play pickleball in Vegas, and everybody was just following along. And I think that was one of her most successful videos. So swimming and water aerobics is a huge. So they usually do have a pool in the area, the gym in the area, the outdoor games, tennis, things of that nature, picnics and barbecues, and bird watching. I don't know about that. That's not my thing, but I'm not 55 yet. So maybe I'll get into that when I turn that age. But one of the most commonalities of the 55 plus lifestyle is another thing we have to talk about is the lifestyle of what people are into. This is a great content piece to create video from. You can do a video. We have 7 different topics. You can create a video of each topic and go around to different communities that have walking trails, gardening plots, yoga and fitness classes. My mom and her sisters, we work out together on a nightly basis. We go to YouTube. We're in different locations and we Zoom together. We're all in different locations. And they, for their age group, they go find the senior fitness videos that they can work out. And they call it the silver sneakers. I think it's called Silver Sneakers. And every day they have a different genre that they go to. It's Motown, Beyonce, Michael Jackson. All of this can be found. I could literally do a whole series on all the different genres of exercise for senior citizens from my mom and my aunts and their daily searches. So this is all another way to gather even more content. You're going to create a blog post. 7 videos can come from this. Then you can turn around and put them all together, or you can run them individually. It's so many different things that can come from this, like a whole series on 55 plus lifestyle, what type of housing they offer. Sometimes you come in, we're working in a community right now. They have single family homes. They have something called villas, and they're the townhome version. And then they're coming a couple of years down the line, there will be a whole condo community. It's endless, the things you can talk about. And 55 plus, that means they probably still work. They're still super active. The rules of 55 plus communities. Another thing you can research is the fact that in most of them, young children can't live here at all. You can't be under 19. And in certain communities, someone on the deed or the mortgage has to be 55, but in certain instances, if a 55 plus person lives in the house, you're fine, as long as there's a certain percentage met. There's so many things. So if that was a niche that you were interested in, you have meat to go deep on this thing. One thing, and Miss Deborah, I know you're a probate girl. Probate. You go up and down. This is a definite connector for you to be able to talk in that piece, because the community that we're working in, they have the single families, they have the villas, the condos are coming right in the same parking lot. You come in, either you go right or you go left. When you go left, you go to the actual nursing home that gives medical care if necessary. So you're not moving very far. They're making it very convenient. So it's so much that can go from this, but this is a great starter for you to get a topic out there. So we can do another one. Any other topics you guys want to come up with and see how cool it is to work? I just think it's so cool. I think it's just so neat. And it's just taking so much pressure off my neck to come up with, to be this every single day of the week. Jeez, Melise, what am I going to talk about?
I think that's one of the tough parts of our jobs, is our brain is constantly being flexed into going from, one activity to another. And then you go from something creative then to something logical. And it's just overkill. So this is like a lifesaver and, time saver.
It really is.
I got a question for you. I post in different places, so I don't know if there's a difference from one platform to another, whether you use the @ or hashtag. Because I was posting something on Facebook and then Instagram, and it just seemed like it had to go hashtag. And are there different platforms that are friendly to one or the other?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so like Instagram is the @ No?
Instagram is more hashtag heavy.
Okay, because I was trying to get the businesses that are in that.
Well, you would add for the businesses. You add for the businesses, but for the hashtag of finding you and getting back to you in certain topics, then hashtag. Because Instagram, you can do a ton of hashtags. I'm not a fan of it. I give you about 4 or 5 and I'm gone. I make 2 of my hashtags very, very general and trendy, and 2 very local, specific to me.
Because if I'm promoting a business on Instagram, I want my post to go to that business's page. And it worked.
You at.
Yeah,
tag the business in with it. Just like you would tag a friend and send a photo, you want to tag at.
Yeah,
because Facebook is not at. Well, Facebook, you tag a person in, and usually they have to be on your friend list. That may have changed. Everybody knows Facebook don't like me, so I don't really go too deep with it. But I know for years, Facebook was just not very hashtag friendly. It was not a way to, it just didn't flow with hashtags like in that manner. People were creating them, and then they realized that Instagram at the time, because this was before TikTok, Instagram was more friendly with it. That's why I believe so many independent businesses have grown at the rate they have on Instagram. Instagram just gave you so many. I mean, my daughter told me this because evidently it's not of my genre, but she said guys would approach you and they'd be like, "Hey, what's your app?" They don't even ask for your phone number. Hey, what's your Instagram? I'll hit you on Instagram. Just tell me what that is. And I was like, oh. I went to a business mixer the other night for a fashion week. And the question was not, where's my business card? It's, what's your Insta? What's your Insta? And I was like, okay, that's different. Wasn't used to that because it's not of my genre, but this is how they're moving. They don't need business cards. They don't need these. They can find you and they can connect the businesses the way in that manner. I thought that was super cool. Super cool. Just a different way to look at it. But yeah, she told me, she said, yeah, they don't ask for your number anymore. They just want to know what Instagram page is. I was like, okay, I'm really out of this. I don't know. So is there another topic you guys would like to dig deep into so we can get to see what this Canva thing does?
So we're looking for another topic to look up. Put a TikTok. Something short, because I don't know anything about TikTok. So put that in there with the trending music.
Well, what we could do, what we could
put the
do,
55 and plus there.
yeah. So what we could do is, let's say a 60, because my thing is TikTok can be converted to anything. A TikTok can be used and taken anywhere you want to take it. And what's a 60-second script for 55 plus? Housing. Where are you at, Ms. Deborah? Where are you in Ohio?
I'm in Canton, Ohio. Football Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
That's about the only thing.
That's all right. Everybody want to go to Canton.
I've been
You
to
do.
Canton.
Everybody wants. No, I mean, I hear celebrities talk about it all the time. Got to make it to Canton. Got to get to Canton.
Oh boy.
Wow. So of course you want to flex this because you're saying plus our friendly staff is always available to assist with any needs or concerns. I'm your local realtor. I know where to find all the 55 plus communities that you may be interested in. Give me a call if you want to schedule a private tour, as opposed to what they're asking, saying there at the bottom. That's the way you can flex this to fit what you're going to do. That would be a way. And with this, 55 plus, if you didn't green screen it, I would stand in front of one of the communities and video.
Plus, it's good for your webpage. If you've got your website and it's talking about different areas, then it's nice to have that.
That was an idea I had years ago, and I froze because I was like, oh no, what am I going to say about this neighborhood? What am I going to say about this neighborhood? What am I going to say about this neighborhood? Blah, blah, blah. Because I wanted to do a series on my webpage that connected me to several communities in my farm area. Like, so I live in a community called Summerwood. Next door is Manakee. Down the street is North Hills, North Point, Avalon, Scotland Heights. I wanted to speak to each community and what they offered. And then I was like, oh, that might be too much. And then I was like thinking, and then you stop. And you don't do it because you're still thinking of what am I going to say? And amen. Here's Canva, right? Here is chat GPT for those who get into chat. I can get in. I usually can get into chat GPT. I just didn't want to play around with it today. And I was like, let's make it super easy and simple so we can find the things that we're looking for, because that's what we're here for. We're not here for any disturbances. or obstacles that are going to slow our days down. So I'm a big fan of the Canva, and I just like Canva anyway. So my thing is, if I can incorporate it into something and throw it somewhere really quickly, put this on big view once I flex it and do a couple things to it and speak to it. But I think this would be an amazing video for you to pull off. TikTok, Facebook Reel, Instagram Reel, standing in front of the community. In 60 seconds, you're just saying the things about it, and you're in and out, and you're hashtagging the right things.
Mhm.
So let me see.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just did all my scripts for the different communities, but now I'm going to go back and get the sign. You know how they have a welcome sign,
Mhm.
you know, that's in the beginning of your, so I'm going to get one of the pictures of those and then get those there, and also create the video that goes with what's on my website. So it's all kind of coordinated.
You
Because
sound
people
good.
really want to see, you know, what's it like to live
Yeah.
in Lincoln Park? How much are houses in Lincoln Park? Where do they start? And it's already there on my website. It's like, well, put it out there on video now.
But that's the thing, it's there. People don't read it. So how do we get the video in front of them to catch their attention? Because what was the latest stat? 3 seconds to get people's attention.
Yeah, good hook.
We got 3 seconds. We need a good hook. So a hook for this. Oh, so this week I was doing videos about the 55 plus community.
No.
And one of my hooks was, don't go in that room. My mother tells me all the time, she's like, oh, I don't go in that room, honey. She said, it's not, I don't need anything in there. She said, all the stuff I need is in this room, and that room. Is it? I don't go in that room. She said, I've been out in the basement in months. I don't need to go down there, honey. I don't go down there. So it made me think, there's so many unused rooms in your house. Then you start to look around and say, why do I have such a big house? Do I even use the house? Because I know I go in my basement probably once a month. I mean, I have a child that lives down there, and I have a gym. I have things and TVs, and I don't need it. I don't need it. So
You don't use your home gym?
it's so weird.
You use somewhere else. You must
I
have two
work out in my
gyms.
bedroom
Okay.
because we're on YouTube, and all the Zumba channels are there for me. So I just literally put on a Zumba channel and just get to work. I put my yoga mat in front of it. I've got space in front of the TV, between the bed and the TV. And I just put my yoga mat down and work out.
Then that's Kidlet's home gym in the basement.
My husband uses it more than I do.
Oh.
He
wait,
goes down there because he's like, I have to go put in work. You're playing around. You know, they don't think Zumba's a thing. Zumba and Pilates, you're not doing anything. That's not real working out. But yeah.
I always found the basement to be chilly. That's why I didn't.
Where we are, it's definitely, but I mean, when I'm working out and I'm pouring sweat, it's a welcome. It's
Yeah,
welcome.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got.
Makes you work harder to get used to the atmosphere. That's what I like
Definitely.
to do.
I mean, that's a topic. Like, what's in your home gym? What are the uses of your home
Yeah.
gym? So
That's a
many
good one.
topics that we could come up with. Like, what do people want? Because I'll tell you, as I'm standing in new construction, I hear people say, the wife will come in and she'll immediately go to the kitchen or go up to the owner's suite because she wants to see the closet space and the bedroom and all the things. The husbands usually say, where's the basement? How do I get to it? Where is it? Because I need to go see if I can put all my things up. They want
It's man, yeah, it's a
they
man
want the man
cave.
cave. They want to be able to put a big TV up. One guy, he was measuring for a pool table he has never bought.
Oh,
So those are the topics that we could come up with to have further conversation. But this Canva, right, is absolutely a game changer for you. I mean, you just basically tell it what you want it to say. And like, here's one I have. This is much, much more than 1,500 words, but I wanted some tidbits. 1,500 word blog post about selling your home in Maryland before your new home is not ready to move in. Because I have the thought, like, what are some tips and tricks I want to pull away from out of here and see if there's some things that can speak to it. And then, of course, what do? I come in and I tweak it to talk about where I live, where, my area. I have another one that was based on okay, the Maryland Mortgage Program. It's a grant that we use here. So some of the highlights of the Maryland Mortgage Program, some I used, some I didn't. Some I didn't, some I was fully aware of and could speak to. So I expounded on those highlights and added my extra. I could keep Maryland, find a home here. I know I have another one on I could keep. And once again, this is just to disrupt what my brain usually sees and talks about. I'm a big fan, big fan. For those who know USDA homes, I am of USDA homes.
Yeah, we have an area here for
Yeah.
USDA homes.
What are they offering now? Is it still 125%?
No, it's 100.
100.
And I tell people all the time, I own a USDA home. I live in I took advantage of it, the program. My husband and I, we came in, we had dependents, we had very low debt to income ratio, and we were able to get a USDA home on a brand spanking new house. And people are like, are you serious?
Yeah. On a brand spanking new house, not in farmland.
Yeah.
So here's the
Used to be their job.
here's the funny. This is considered where I live, it's considered rural.
Okay.
It's considered rural. We do have tons of farmland around me. We have streams and lakes and all the things and parks and all that, very historical pieces connected to this area. And they consider it rural.
Was that a qualifier that it be rural? Was that a qualifier for the loan that it be rural?
That the area be considered rural.
Yeah.
They have updated it over the years that certain areas no longer qualify, maybe because of development and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we're on our way there because still some parts of this city that I live in are very, very untouched.
Hold on while you can.
Yeah. But I mean, I scream from the rooftops, come here. You don't have money? Come here. This is amazing.
And don't build that Walmart. Don't no high rises. Just don't build them here.
No. Honestly, we would never get it. This is going to be single families. We have townhomes. We do not have condos at all. We have a couple mom and pop places. We do have big name grocery stores for our area, but it's nothing even close to being city. Nothing. We're still suburbia to the core. And like I said, we have horse ranches and farms and don't judge my driving. 15 to 20 minutes from DC.
That doesn't sound right, Lisa. Something about that.
Yeah, something about that. Yeah. I know where all the speed cameras are. I'm aware, but that would give you some indication of how close it is, but how, some people still don't want to be, because we have buses, but we don't have like buses all through the night. They only move on a rush hour. So being able to write about a USDA home and then write about my area and the benefits of living here, this is something that you can quickly come up with. And once again, I live here, so I know the things that I want to highlight and speak to, but I do love the fact that they give me a little bit more beef to add to my conversation, because I can literally talk about Akaki for about a good 5-10 minutes if I wanted to. Just off my head, but I do want some organization. I do want some structure to the conversation. So I like this aspect of being able to do it this way. But you talking about USDA homes, I love talking about USDA homes. The grant program, the Maryland Mortgage Grant Program, telling people, hey, this is what the grant program will offer you. These are the different things you can take advantage of when it comes to the grant program. And they do help you break it down. But once again, if you see something that doesn't quite sit right with you, and like you might want to take that out.
Did you have your house built, or did you just buy it already built?
They were building them.
Oh, okay.
They were building them at the time. And that's what I tell people all the time. I'm a new construction baby. You can't tell me nothing about new construction. I adore it. And and my story, and of course, you all know your story is the thing that usually resonates and connects with people. So my story about this particular buying this house has been the thing that I have, told people time and time again, how we ended up with this home. We searched. We were in the short sale phase. So when everybody was coming out of 2008, a couple years later, we were in the market. So we were getting houses that were way more expensive for a lot less. Well, this house was $100,000 over what we were shopping in. And at the time, that was an amazing price. But for us now, it was like, seriously? But back then it was like, oh, that's a lot of house. You sure? You sure? But what happened was, at the time, the builder was offering, we're in a USDA territory, and we'll give you all the closing help. So at that time, I learned about closing help and what it meant for a builder to give you all the closing help, or if they were going to pay the prepaids. Because understanding them paying the prepaids versus every piece of closing fees that were associated with the home were two totally different things. Two totally different conversations. We have a builder here that tells people they're going to pay all the closing, but what they're actually paying is only the prepaids, and you're still responsible for the other half. So all that money that they promise you is truly not being used. Every dime of it is not being used. And being in this industry and learning how to read closing documents has been a plus for me, and I hope to my clients as well, when I can go back and forth and say, wait a minute, what is this number? This doesn't make sense. Not that I am a lender, but just understanding what should and shouldn't be there.
How long are those sales agreements that you're typically seeing with the new construction?
Oh, they're thick. They're books.
Mhm.
They're books.
Oh, okay.
We go through them, but they're books. And it's a standard template. It really doesn't change. And you just, I'm always an advocate of, as an agent, I'm in the room. I'm in the room. And if anything doesn't feel right to you, say something, raise your hand so we can talk about it. Because after sitting in on so many of them, I know the triggers and the keywords and things that people usually worry about.
Yeah, I saw a guy, he put in upgrades to a condo, and then I think it was new construction, and it was not built correctly at all. They used cinder block, and you can't do that in this climate. It just doesn't work. So anyway, things started falling apart, and the walls are crumbling, and he's like, I can't do this. And he goes, I want out. And he already put in $150,000 on a $650,000 place. Right. So they said, oh no, dude, since you did the upgrades, we can't give the money back because the upgrades are here. He goes, the upgrades are here in an uninhabitable property. They're like, yeah, whatever, sue us. So he lost 150 G's. So I always tell people, it's like, you know what, if you need perfect countertops, the way you want them, just wait. Just wait. I mean, don't let them do it because you're locked in. Well, not that we have problems every week, but back then, man, we had problems every week. That was in the maybe like 2004, 2003. Anybody and their dog was building stuff over here. There was mayhem.
And that's why people tell me I do a lot of new construction, and I advise all my clients, get a pre-drywall and get a drywall, and then get one after the drywall. Have an inspector come in and do both.
Oh yeah, we haven't come back for sure.
And they're like, it's new. I don't care.
Yeah, well, new here is worse.
Let me tell y'all, hilarious. I don't want to record this. I don't want to record this.
Private stories from Lisa.
Boy, how do you keep